So one of the other things that we're working on here, you can see that the snap here has come out and it's down here in this odd spot, and I can't get the drill into that spot. And so we're going to have to take this hole or hatch off, re-drill it, get it all nice and clean. It's going to be a bit of a project, so stay tuned. Now, you want to make sure when you're taking these screws out, you don't want to spin it out, just hit the button and blaze it out of here. You want to do it very, very slow. Why is that important? You'll note in some of my other videos, they don't really put these in a very good way. You just want to be careful not to make the problem worse. Now, I didn't do this, but look, it's already stripped. They knew putting that in from the factory that was the case, and then they just didn't fix it. So let's get this out. So if you haven't got a subscription to Harbor Freight, I would highly suggest you do it. These are the shop towels that you can get. They're fairly cheap. You get a big giant roll. Now that I've got this taken apart, you can see underneath here this is kind of a mess. I'm just going to take this opportunity to clean it out a little bit. All right, now that we got it cleaned out, let's fix this hole over here first. So if you haven't watched any of my other videos, the process here is you take a drill out a hole, and we put in a plug like this, just a standard drywall plug. And then when we put the screw in, everything should fit nice and tight. All right, you can see from the snap here, that just came right out. So we're gonna take this part off from the white that they tried to fill it with all kinds of epoxy and other stuff. And that's not going to work. They tried silicone, like some sort of clear epoxy there. Got to take your time in getting this stuff off. It's probably 5200, which is some pretty resilient stuff in a marine grade, but you want it as clean as you possibly can get. On the snaps, you'll see that the threading here is a little smaller, so you're going to have to use a different kind of drywall plug for that. You'll see here that I got interesting assortment of for these kinds of scenarios. So what I'm trying to do here is find one that'll fit this little snap. That looks good right there. You want it to fit snug, but not too small. Like let's go with that. Now, like I said on the other one, you want to be super careful putting these in. This has a little tiny screw, and so you don't want to strip these. And there you go. Put the snap on, check it out, make sure everybody's happy. Okay, take the snap off. Pretty good. I'm just tugging on it, enough like you would on a snap. So we're going to get everything back together on the seat here, but I wanted to show you where we replaced that plug. We're going to put that screw in here. Oh, that fit nice. That sucker's not going anywhere. That job is done. Thanks for watching.